Hello viewers, my name is Chase Clover and this is my preview video for USW Insanity 2015. This pay-per-view will take place tomorrow, Sunday, February 22nd, 2015, and it is home to the 20-man gauntlet match. If you're not familiar with the 20-man gauntlet match, what the match is there will be two people that start at the match. Two people start, and then it will be a singles match throughout every entry. So, let's say Cannon were to start out against Majgeta. They will fight until one of them got eliminated. So, let's say Cannon makes Majgeta submit, or he pins him, or you can only win via pinfall or submission. Let's say Cannon defeats Majgeta, and then the third entrant will come out. And the match will go on until all 20 contestants or all 20 performers have come out, and there is one person that beats the 20th man, or if the 20th man beats whoever got to him. And the winner gets a championship match at USW Called Greatness 10 this year. Last year it was Lone Wolf, and I'm not sure what last year's match was, or I don't know who, 2 years ago, I don't know who won that match. But I do know that Lone Wolf went on to face Majgeta for the USW World Heavyweight Championship last year at Called Greatness 9, and he failed to defeat Majgeta, and on both occasions when he faced him on No Remorse as well. So he lost both matches, and has gotten, I think, one or two USW World Heavyweight Championship matches since then, and has not come out victorious yet. So maybe it'll be Lone Wolf's year. But anyway, let's get into Insanity. The first match is a kickoff match, and it will be BP Fierce versus Brandon Stickler. So this rivalry has been going on, or this feud has been going on since since No Forgiveness 2015, when BP Fierce Brandon Stickler, I think, lost to Chris Ross, if I'm not mistaken. And BP Fierce won his match against the Lane, or lost his match against the Lane, and Brandon Stickler came out and interfered. Or not interfered, but he came out after the match and attacked BP Fierce. What ended up happening was they went to a feud, and they had a match now scheduled for Insanity. So their match is a kickoff match. And the advantage right now has to go to Brandon Stickler, since he has had multiple wins, and has really gotten into the head of BP Fierce. I think BP Fierce won his match last week on Intensity, or this past Wednesday on Intensity, and Brandon Stickler came out and I guess lowered his self-confidence. And due to that, I feel like my prediction would be BP Fierce defeating Brandon Stickler, just because they want to get you to believe that Brandon Stickler has lowered BP Fierce's self-confidence, and that will make BP Fierce vulnerable to lose, even more vulnerable to lose than he already was, which is why he would lose in Insanity, which is why I take it BP Fierce will defeat Brandon Stickler. So that's what I think is going to happen, and I think since he's a pinfall kind of guy, I think he's going to pin BP Fierce, Brandon Stickler, for the win. That's my prediction. Second match is the no disqualification match, James versus Alex. So these guys have gone back and forth for a while, or for a few weeks since No Forgiveness 2015. I'll be right back. Okay, my apologies. So these guys have gone back and forth since No Forgiveness 2015, and Alex has gotten the advantage over the past few weeks. It's kind of hard to predict the winner for this match, because James is being booked pretty decently, and Alex is a former main event guy. I'm not even sure if he's still in the main event picture, or if he's in the mid-card picture. But either way, these two performers are being booked, they're being booked decently. Their match at Insanity should be a very good one. I think Alex faced TJ this past Wednesday on Intensity, and I think he came out with a win. but he and TJ had a great match, great spots. They were wrestling like high flyers, and there were high flying moves. There were high flying counters. There were what you would see with high flyer, springboard moves, top rope moves, flips and tricks and all of that. And Alex ended up coming out victorious. And I believe he has the advantage going into Insanity. Now with this match, I don't see there being a distinct advantage, besides the fact that, one of them won this past Wednesday. So, since there's no storyline as to somebody's getting in one of their heads, or there's been some kind of thing that makes you think that this match has been, decided already, there's no element of that. There's no, this guy lowered his self-confidence, so it looks like this guy is going to win. Or, this guy is just going to, it looks like he's going to win just because of what he did this past Wednesday. No, there's none of that, which is great. And I have a feeling that with a no disqualification match, it's going to get a lot more extreme. I feel like, since both of these guys are high flyers, there are going to be top rope moves, there are going to be tables breaking, chair shots. They're going to be bringing in different type of maneuvers and elements, and I think there's going to be spots where weapons are utilized in a way that they are not usually utilized. High flying moves, somebody may take a cane and hit a leg drop on him, on the opponent or on whoever they're facing, and use a leg drop with the cane underneath them. And I think, those are kind of be spots like that in the match. And I have a feeling that this match is going to be great. And I feel like Alex is going to beat James just because I feel like Alex is the stronger, more agile performer, and I feel like he's going to get the win over James. I'm not sure exactly how he's going to win, but I know it's going to be a great match. Afterwards, we had the third match, which was Morbid versus Western Light. My apologies, I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Sorry, I'm getting interrupted a lot. Western Light and Morbid have been performing pretty well. They haven't been on every intensity. That kind of frustrates me, because this match is supposed to be one of the top billed matches on the card. And it's supposed to be between two great performers. Western Light, here's the problem I have with Western Light's character and gimmick right now. You remember when he was, this is the dark performer. He had, the intimidation presence of him. That was his gimmick. His intimidation was pretty much his gimmick. That's why I'm kind of lenient for this match. Because if he had his imitation or intimidation gimmick, if he still had that gimmick, then I can guarantee you Western Light Morbid would be a very top-billed match, quite interesting match. But because Western Light is now, his character is now stern, and he's very, just out there, against Morbid, who's an intimidating presence type of wrestler. Intimidation versus intimidation could be great. I mean, with the exception of the Brock Lesnar-Goldberg match at WrestleMania 20. But that's a whole different topic. That's a whole different company. So, shut up, please. Thank you. Western Light and Morbid should be an interesting match. It should be great. Well, not great, but it should be good. Should be worthy of the money you'll pay for this pay-per-view. I think it's, what, $30? $29.99, I think. The only way I would have been more interested would be if Western Light still had his 2013 through, like, mid-2014 gimmick, or 2014, beginning 2014 gimmick. But either way, it should be a good match, and I have the feeling that, they're gonna lead into a Western Light versus Morbid match. My apologies. No, stop. No. My apologies, I have to keep getting up and all that. I have a feeling that Western Light is going to win this match. They're going to have another match at Final Chapter, and then they're going to have another match at Cold Greatness 10. So I feel like Western Light will win this match, and then they're going to go on from there, and then it's going to be possible that, my apologies. And, alright, I'm back. They're gonna have a match at Final Chapter and Cold Greatness 10. If Western Light were to win this match, or whoever would win this match, their opponent would win at Final Chapter, and then we'd find out later on who would win at Cold Greatness 10. But that's if they go that direction. Yeah, I feel like Western Light is gonna defeat Morbid. Fourth match is for the Blue Belt Championship, and it is Simon Saint, the champion, versus Anarchy. Alright, here's the problem that I have with this match. Simon Saint and Anarchy have had, they've had great promos, but I would have liked to see more of this. And another problem I have with this is Anarchy is still in the Blue Belt Championship picture. I'm already going to tell you my prediction. I feel like Simon Saint will defeat Anarchy just because I feel like Anarchy is now moving away from that Blue Belt Championship picture. I think he's going to go into the mid-card portion of these pay-per-views. I think he's going to be in the mid-card area, and then I feel like they'll bump somebody out of the main event picture and put Anarchy in, because Anarchy has developed very, very drastically, and I feel it'd be a shame if Anarchy did not get more credit than he deserved, or did not get less credit than or does not get as much credit as he deserves. And he deserves a lot, because he's one of the best Blue Belt champions we've ever had. You know, he's up there with Dwayne Porter and Dustin Raymond. And he's one of the best performers, best mid-card performers that USW has right now. And I'm glad that they moved him away from Ash, because now they have a new direction with him and Simon Saint. And then I feel like they're going to revamp the Blue Belt Championship picture with a Simon Saint and another performer. So I'm looking for Simon Saint to defeat Anarchy, and then Anarchy to move on to whatever comes next for him. As long as he does not backtrack to the Extreme title or the International title. If you're going to put him in a tag team, then, put him in a tag team and utilize that, and put him as the, tag team champion at some point, and then move him away, put him in a mid-card again, and then give him that main event picture, or main event spot, because he deserves it. So, Simon Saint to defeat Anarchy. Fifth match is for the USW World Heavyweight Championship. It is Capital defending the USW World Heavyweight Championship against Seth and Yo-Yo Joe. So, Yo-Yo Joe and Capital have had a couple matches over the past few months. I think it was Yo-Yo Joe who beat Capital for the world title, and then Capital won it back, I believe, at No Forgiveness this past January, which leads to Capital and Yo-Yo Joe. However, the number one contenders match was given where it was Yo-Yo Joe pitted up against Seth, and Seth ended up winning. Yet Yo-Yo Joe came back and said, "I earned my title rematch," considering he still has one. So, Seth was added, or Yo-Yo Joe was added in because he does deserve it. Now, Seth being added in, I feel like they're trying to push Seth a little too quickly. I mean, they already pushed Seth too quickly a few months ago, and had him win the world title. He gained the fans' applause later on, but now you're kind of putting him back in that world title picture. Whereas you have other performers like Lone Wolf, like Prophecy, that you're not doing anything with. So I feel like a couple other people deserve it more than Seth, but I have the feeling that Seth would be able to put on a good match anyway. My prediction for this match, it's hard for me to tell. I'll be right back again. No, out. So help you if you break or anything, we'll keep chewing at that damn wire. Like bastard. Anyway, oh man. My prediction for this match is that I feel like Capital will win. Yo-Yo Joe will go somewhere else, mid-card probably, and then Capital will face Seth for the world title. And then at some point, I feel like they're gonna have Seth win the world title, and go on to Cold Greatness 10 to face whoever wins the 20-man gauntlet match. So my prediction is that Capital will win, and then Capital and Seth will have a rivalry. Yo-Yo Joe will go do something else. Sixth match is the USW Championship match is a three-way match again for the USW Championship. Zach Hardy defends the title against Cannon and Moshigera. So I've heard rumors about how Zach Hardy has tore a tendon in his arm. It doesn't require surgery, not that I've heard of, but it does require time off. And Hardy is supposed to fight at Steel Purgatory. I don't know much more other than that. Now, knowing the guys at USW, it's pretty damn important for them to keep their performers well rested and healthy. They don't want a performer going out and injuring himself more than he already has, or injuring himself in general. Now, I've heard rumors that Hardy has decided to fight. Now, I'm not quite sure how true those are, but I've heard something that it had to do with one of the spots this past Wednesday on Intensity. And some people have said it was when he did the double stomach pump, and others have said when he did when he was wiped off the top rope. My thought is that he injured it when he was at the top rope, because when I looked back at the match, Cannon swung his feet out from underneath him. He ended up hitting the mat, but his arm got stuck in the screw thing between the turnbuckle padding and the ring post, and it got caught up there and kind of twisted a bit. And then immediately after he got his arm out, he got kicked in the face by Cannon. But it looked like he did injure his arm, considering right away he tagged out to Moshigera. That is very bad. That is not good, because he's the defending USW champion, and he's supposed to fight until Steel Purgatory. Now, what his future entails, I don't know, but I have a feeling that he is not going to be around for much, much longer. He's going to need to take a break, and, ruptured tendons in arms or legs could take a lot of time to heal. They could take a few weeks, though. They could take a few weeks, they can take a few months, they could take a few days, it depends on how bad the injury is. Don't get me wrong, Hardy deserves, a break more than anybody else, or just as much as anybody else. Cannon, Moshigera, Yo-Yo Joe, Westonleigh, they all deserve a break, because they've been fighting for years on end. But they especially deserve a break more than other people when they're injured. So, my prediction for this match is that Zach Hardy will retain the USW title. And since the new match for Steel Purgatory is called the Steel Purgatory match, which is pretty much WCW's version of a triple cage match, it looks like Hardy will lose the title there. And that match is probably gonna involve the USW title, since it's the first Steel Purgatory match, and you want to have an impact, so you have the USW title be the impact that you're looking for. My prediction is that Zach Hardy will win the match. He will go on to fight at Steel Purgatory against 5 other people, and he'll lose the title there. I'll expect him to take time off, and then he'll probably come back and do the USW title picture, or do something with the USW title picture again. So that's my prediction for what is going to happen with this match. Hardy's going to win, and then go on to Steel Purgatory almost a week from now, and lose the title, take time off, and then we'll see other people in the USW title picture. 7th match is the main event on the card, and the entrances have already been revealed. Is the 20-man gauntlet match for a shot at the USW Championship, World Championship, Blue Belt Championship, Extreme Championship, Tag Team or International Championship at Called Greatness 10. It's obviously going to be the USW title or the World title, and it depends on who's going to win the match. So the entrants are Amor first, Ash second, DHIG third, Washington 4th, MC4 5th, Crimson Red 6th, and I'll just start doing numbers now. 7th will be Chris Ross, 8th will be Philip Akron, 9th will be Greyhound, 10th will be Henastley, 11th will be Fernandez, 12th will be Alexander Rotten, 13th will be Titanfall, 14th will be Prophecy, 15th will be Rain, 16th will be Gringo, 17th will be Lone Wolf, 18th will be Dwayne Porter, 19th will be George Martin, and 20th will be Dwayne or Dustin Raymond. So Amor will start the match out against against Ash. The winner will face DHIG, and then they'll go on. My predictions, I'm going to go in order, and I'm not going to waste time. Amor to beat Ash, Ash to beat Amor, DHIG to beat Ash, Washington to beat DHIG. No, you know what? No, I'm not going to go in entryway, because that's going to take too long. Let's see. Just by the way the promos have been going, I have the feeling that Dwayne Porter or Dustin Raymond will win. Now, it's obvious that those are the two favorites because they are, well, two of the three favorites because Dwayne Porter is 18th entry and Dustin Raymond is the 20th and last entry. So it's got, in my mind, it's got to happen between those two. Now, what I'm hearing in my head is Dwayne Porter, because he's been the subject to attacks before, and especially with Dustin Raymond, who's been attacking him continuously. I feel like Dwayne Porter will win. Now, hear me out. Dwayne Porter's gonna win. He's gonna go on... It's dependent, because if Zach Hardy comes back before Called Greatness 10, he's probably gonna go into a rivalry for the USW title. So... But with the world title, you're probably gonna have a little bit of time for Capital and Seth. So it's drawn between the USW title and the world title. I have a feeling that they're gonna go with the world title rivalry between Capital and Seth. And since I'm not quite sure how long Hardy's gonna be out, if that's the case, which I've heard numerous times that it is, so I'm just gonna think that it is. For now. So I'm going to say Dwayne Porter will win. He'll beat Dustin Raymond. He'll win the match. He'll go on to Called Greatness 10 for the USW title. Dustin Raymond will do something along the lines of win the USW title at some point. He'll win the USW title. It'll be a Dwayne Porter versus Dustin Raymond fight for the USW title. And then we'll find out what happens from there. That's what I think is going to happen. So here are my predictions for Cult Greatness, for Insanity 2015. BB Fierce beats Brandon Stickler, Alex beats James, Western Light beats Morbid, Simon Singh beats Anarchy, Capital beats Seth and Yo-Yo Joe, Zach Hardy beats Cannon and Moshe Guetta, and Dwayne Porter beats Dustin Raymond to win the 20-man gauntlet match. And at some point, I don't know when it's going to happen, so I couldn't add it into this preview, but at some point there's going to be the confrontation between Ezra Hills and Benny Franklin against Indigo Child and Chain Reaction. That's probably going to happen. There's probably going to be some kind of, just big, brawl or big thing that we haven't really seen before coming out of that match. Just because, you don't really get confrontations at pay-per-views. So that's what I feel is going to happen. And those are my predictions in my preview video for Insanity 2015. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, favorite, subscribe for more. Thank you for watching. Sorry. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, favorite, subscribe for more. Or no, for. I'm falling apart, my bad. Be sure to check out the Insanity review that will come out on Monday. And thank you for watching. Remember to like, favorite, and subscribe for more. I'm Chase Clover, signing off.